EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And able to get this out to the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Cook again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing now is Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the middle with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know the security point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen will look to throw. throw for it on fourth. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now with 2nd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Allen going to get it quickly out to Coleman. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're on a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw, it's Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage. The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. If he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11. God.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The give is to McLaughlin. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 9. Now Burrow changing things up here.
12, 12, 12. 11, MT, Kate. 11, MT, Kate. 12, 12, 12.
Throwing on 2nd down. Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
11 MT, 11 MT.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Completes it to Coleman. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Allen again. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's caught. Tolbert. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the gun, it's Allen. It's caught by Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Allen off the play fake. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And this one's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11.
They'll drop to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. Fourth down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it.
Here we go. 11,
Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
12. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. Eleven. Dot.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. To the air, Allen. This will be caught at Samuel, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And an excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
A first down carry for Davis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes third down and 7. Now Allen. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. And he will find his man Schwartz. It's complete. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive? Well, answer right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Got an open man at Schwartz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. And Burrow going to change the play. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's going to try and go deep again. Touchdown! Danny Gray, 41 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get the field goal range. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 22.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward and then pick up the first down.
Oh, it was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
That's into the hands of McLaughlin. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Play action. It's Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know
and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the 2nd half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground to about the 48-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Left side, Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a long of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Allen going to throw. This is Coleman with the ground. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56, 56.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. They're not they throw it, or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
That is caught down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 29 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
11, 11, mighty. 11,
Motion man is Schwartz.
11. Don?
Now it's Burrow. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
12.
Now Burrow changing the look.
12. 11. 11, mighty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Well, that's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
11,
And
11,
audible
11.
here to get a new
11
look.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
11, 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Burrow will throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, here's McLaughlin. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jaleel McLaughlin, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have retaken a third-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw, it's Allen. It's caught. Tolbert. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Cook running right, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
On play action, Allen. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on fourth down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here we go.
They'll run. It's McLaughlin. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Here we go. 11.
Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is... Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Burrow on play action. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. It's a no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
11 Thomas. 11 MT Tate. 11 MT.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Able to find Higgins. Shrugs him off. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate.
And this pass caught by Gray. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
11.
Now Burrow going to change things up.
11.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Motion man is Schwartz. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Anthony Schwartz from a yard out. And the Bengals are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. It's caught by Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now he'll escape to his right. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Allen to throw once more. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
Now Allen. Touchdown, Bills. James Cook. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Allen will try to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
12,
Now
12.
Burrow changing things up
11
here.
mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
On 2nd and 7. Burrow. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running on purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow going to get this out to Chase.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Here's McLaughlin. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12. 12. 12. 11. 11. 11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11. 11. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Burrow going for it on 4th. That is caught. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
11, 11, 11, 11. Here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 MT. 11 MT.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here we go, here we go.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
12, 12, 12.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's across for the touchdown. And the final minute, that should just about seal it. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Allen. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and 1. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
To throw is Allen. This is Coleman with the ground. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, a Lombardi trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good.